we actually have a winner from yesterday. Shout out to Ryan Cooper for winning the free crypto coin.
Ryan has been taking
Ryan Cooper's right. Killing it, man. We tell you, if you want to win, all you got to do is comment. Shout out to him in response to our question about Augur, Maker, and EOS being added to Coinbase. Do you think they're good decisions? Do you think they're bad? He definitely said that right now, you know, Maker has no competition, and we haven't even gotten to esports with EOS. Long way to go, so he thinks it's a good decision for Coinbase. Shout out to him, and we'll send you those free coins.
All right, thank you for that, Ryan Cooper.
Absolutely.
It's always appreciated. And as we stated, top story of the day, Michigan House of Representatives votes to include cryptocurrencies in criminal laws. That is right. Crypto is becoming criminalized further and further, and Michigan is leading the way. It was actually pretty funny. As soon as I saw Michigan House of Reps was going to make this a criminal law, I mean, look, people, I'm from Michigan, and whoever made this drawing, again, shout out to Cointelegraph, whoever made this drawing, they must be from Michigan too, because if you don't know anything about Michigan right now, it is antiquated. I mean, antiquated, excuse me. It is old school. We are still using. You literally have to fax them things. You can't even email some things. You have to fax it to them.
Yeah.
So as this little Bitcoin and Cointelegraph has all this paperwork next to them, that is exactly what goes on every day, all day, year round in Michigan. So I don't know how they all of a sudden have the time, energy, and money to create another bill to pass that has to do with the Criminal Act. But it looks like the Michigan House of Representatives has already passed a bill, HB 4102, on April 9th that would include cryptocurrencies and criminal codes regarding illegal actions for financial gain. The reason why this came up, it looks to be, actually, is because there was a criminal offense that happened. A lot of criminals got off. This legislation prohibits the collection of cryptocurrency or any currency for the fighting, baiting, or shooting of an animal. The reason why it's the shooting, fighting, or baiting of an animal is because we had a Mike Vick case go down up in Michigan. I know it's not popular everywhere, but in certain inner cities, dog fighting is a real thing. We human fight, people hunt animals, wild game. Again, I'm a lover of dogs, but it is big business. And then Detroit dog fighting ring, which this case was inspired by, looks like State Senator Republican State Representative Ryan Berman told the Detroit News that the bill was inspired by a case of dog fighting inside a dog fighting ring, wherein the organizer was prosecuted, but not individual participants, as they placed their bets using cryptocurrency, which was not expressly prohibited under the law. Wow. Yeah. So a bunch of criminals in the dog fighting ring got away because no one placed their bets in fiat currency.
All crypto.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know dogfighting was illegal until the Michael Vick case. So
I didn't know it was legal today.
I did not know it was illegal.
I knew it was like kind of like
I heard it was frowned upon. People didn't like it, but I didn't know it was illegal. But after that, learned something new. And then now that we know that it is a crime in certain areas, and if they wanted to, go ahead with prosecuting people, you have to find the money that they bet, and with digital currency, don't have to do it. I've actually seen some people roll dice using crypto too.
Hilarious.
But we won't get into that as far as like how people gamble. But one of the funniest parts about this is, like you said, they couldn't make any arrests, and they had to come up with a new law. Like we said, you'll wake up tomorrow, a new law is created.
It literally was like a tomorrow type. It was a Monday morning, Monday in April.
They just passed it April 9th.
Hey, guess what, guys? We got a new law.
How long was it? How long did it take to vote on it?
Again,
I wonder when it entered the House. But yeah, they got it through, and whenever they want something to pass really quick, it will go through. Trust me, it will definitely find its way across that desk.
And it looks like Berman continued that the new bill provides a much-needed update to current criminal codes, some of which were written in the 1990s. He added, quote, digital currency is now part of our economy. It's a part of our society, so now it's actually going to be written into law. All right, so here's the crazy thing. This is a state representative, Ryan Berman, Congressman, House of Representatives, who is saying that not only are the criminal codes basically antiquated as well, they're from the 90s. He's also saying that digital currency is here to stay. It's part of our economy and society. We need to start making laws around. Well, if that's the case, then if a law written in the 1990s is already dated, then wouldn't the Howey test, which was made back in the 1800s, be outdated when it comes to providing what is security when you're talking about these ICOs? Wouldn't things like digital currency is now part of the economy? It says digital currently, actually. So Cointelegraph, whoever wrote this story, Anna, you do a good job.
Get your editor,
get that editor on top of this. But yeah, it's one of those things where, all right, if if the law's old and dated, then so is the laws that has to do with taxation on cryptocurrency, the laws that has to say which ICO is a security or not. And that also flows over to right now in society. Why aren't we talking about cryptocurrency more in America? As this representative just said, it's a part of it. We need to start making laws to go around. And I mean, but you see what I mean? Yeah. They're very quick to do things that can restrict or take crypto, but they don't want to do anything to actually expand the technology or make it, the innovations happen faster. It's crazy.
Yeah, and they have opened a Pandora's box because unfortunately, if you say you can't spend cryptocurrency on something, you can say you can not spend it on this, you cannot spend it on that, and you see how swiftly this bill moved through. If they literally are like, you can't buy such and such with cryptocurrency, well, it's not a law. A week from now, it'll be a law. Like, that's literally how quick they're doing it. So hopefully in other states, they don't do it, with everything, but for stuff that they deem illegal, this will probably be a regular occurrence.
And it's crazy. It looks like the legislation has also defined cryptocurrency as, quote, digital currency in which encryption techniques are used to regulate the generation of units of currency and verify the transfer of funds, and that operates independently of a central bank. So they are literally saying digital currency is any digital money, anything you consider of digital value actually, that has been encrypted, which means they can't see it, the government can't see it, that is, and a central bank doesn't operate it. A central bank is a private company. I am not sure why we have we literally have government Congress people telling us that unless a private company is running our money, we can't use anything else or it becomes a little bit more criminal.
Absolutely.
Madness, people. And again, this is in Michigan. And again, I'm from Michigan, so this goes to show, I'll talk about places I'm from too. This is one of the last states that should be standing up, leading the way when it comes to regulation and legislation. Like I said, I think Michigan might actually be bankrupt still, at least Detroit is. So it's crazy that all the madness that happens. Right, Flint doesn't have water. Detroit is still Detroit. Yet we're making digital currency and crypto bills to stop dogfighting rings. So they say, madness, people.
Get your priorities together.
Let's get them together. Speaking of the United States going crazy as always, looks like U.S. subsidiary of EU crypto exchange Bitstamp has sealed one of these coveted, depending on what side of the aisle you're on, bit license from New York regulator. What is going on here with this this regulated extortion?
Yeah, pretty much. Regulated extortion from the NYDFS, New York Department of Financial Services, comes back around. So shout out to Sergeant Crypto and some of those Jamal J, a few other people who are out there in New York. Once again, the bit license strikes, and the Luxembourg registered exchange Bitstamp has received it. The subsidiary they're talking about is just Bitstamp USA. So it's basically Bitstamp is the overarching, and then it's Bitstamp USA, Europe, and then going from there. But in order for them to facilitate transfers of funds on Ripple, Australian dollar, all these other things, they needed to make sure that they get licensed from the New York. I still don't know why they have to get this license from the New York bit license, but they must have enough power to sway people towards it because they've got firms like Square, BitPay, Coinbase. They've all got this bit license. So it looks as though, it's becoming more and more legitimate.
Or you're going to lay down.
Hey, it's becoming legitimate, and I understand why it will become legitimate in New York, in a place where, regulation is everything. Wall Street is number one, and they're not going to give up power that easily. So if you want to operate, you got to pay us.
Right.
You got to pay us.
It's those private bankers again. Billions is back on. People start watching that, but it kind of goes to show. I don't want to give the spoilers, but one of the main characters who works for the government, which we talked about before, the whole thing between him and other government workers is like, you know how it works in New York. It's like, all right, somebody's gonna pay us something before we get business done.
Yep.
But again, it's absurd that literally you have this bit license that has been around for what, like 5 years now or so?
Yeah.
6 years?
At most.
And you've only given out 19 of them or 13, wherever the number is. You giving out a teen amount, less than 20?
I think it's 3 years.
So 3 years, you work for us, New York politicians. You work for the American people. Yet these people have come to you to open up businesses and start businesses. Yet you've only given out 19. This goes along with the ETFs and some of the things that the SEC is doing. I mean, I'm telling you, they're literally getting applications and either throwing them in the trash, shredding them, or just not looking at them.
Frisbee.
They work for us. Like, I don't understand why this is something we have to discuss and continuously discuss. They work for us. This is not up to them to say, well, maybe we'll give you the ETF now or later, or maybe we'll look at your application, or maybe in this case, we might give you a bit license once you basically have the amount of money that's needed to pay off all the people in government here. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. But they don't really have any heart like that. And on top of that, if they buck the trend and they don't get this license, I'm sure there's a way that they can use regulations to either take down their business or to stop
you
it.
already know. They'll bleed them dry and arrest them too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but the thing I'm disheartened about is the fact that we had a chance to say no to them, and then we just kind of went right
crap.
back.
What we say? You creep up on that door a little bit? All right. We'll play by your rules. It's like, all right, well, now everybody in the state needs to get one.
Everybody has to.
And now there's no crypto businesses in New York because... again, you had a couple people. I'm looking at you, Gemini Twins, said, "All right, we'll play by the rules here in New York," and everyone else basically fell to that. But hey, you have your forts over there, your moat on your empire in the great state of New York and the great city of New York City. However, it doesn't look like anyone is coming to join. But for these few companies like Bitstamp, which I highly doubt they get a lot of action in New York. I mean, if you're going to open up New York as an exchange right now, among the likes of Bitstamp, and you're saying him being regulated, play by the rules, there's no reason to use you versus Gemini.
Yeah,
like literally, there's no reason to use you over Gemini.
Coinbase.
Gemini's done a great job, honestly. I mean, their fees are higher, but that's because they really take care of business A to Z. So again, when they're playing by these rules, I don't get why. Especially you're in the EU. Like, Stop.
Yeah, they're going to basically turn into polar nets. Yeah, stop being scared. Yeah.
Stop being scared. It's all going to end the same way anyway as the exchange.
I mean, if I was a European exchange, for one, I would understand that the money is coming, but I would just talk to other people who have exchanges and be like, let's just freeze out the U.S. Like, honestly, the way we act, if I was in another country, I would tell people, like, let's just see what happens when nobody in the U.S. can use it.
We're going to make their citizens speak up for us.
Exactly.
I would have already done
because
that.
What they're doing now is they're laying down to the people that we're telling them, no, don't lay down to them. But the thing is, the money comes after you do it.
Right.
So I understand that, but if they would just be like, well, let's just not care about money for a little bit, we might have to struggle till 2021. But at the same time, if we all do it the same, we never have to worry about these people again.
Well, great point, because I would say all money isn't good money.
Yeah,
it's good right now. They're getting it now, but listen, you didn't fed into the beast. Now you got to keep feeding the beast. There's no I don't have your food today. No, I want it every 1st and 15. What they say, burn down the joint. Then we get insurance money. Like, what are you talking about? I don't care about this restaurant. This is your restaurant. I want more money. So interesting to see, as you said, companies do that because they're only seeing this short-term picture and not the long-term pictures. As you said, if everyone were to buck the system right now, would it be ugly up front? Of course it would. It'd be terrible. But in another 10 or 15 years, like, we literally wouldn't be talking about this. But instead,
like, remember when they try to give people a bit license?
In another 10 or 15 years, now we're going to be talking about how did the crypto taxes jump all the way up to 42%?
Exactly.
Like, really, how did that just happen?
That's where we're headed.
And it's crazy. I want to give some shout outs real quick. I know we started showing a few people came in because we kind of the thing was messing up. But what's up, Dylan Darchenville in the building, Malik Howard, Richard Terweem, Crypto and Culture, Allison Thompson, Ronan Bushido Style, GODTV. What's going on? Long time to see. Antonio from the UK. What's up? Ryan Cooper. Ronan said, I'm going to be doing a presentation and talk for kids and adults soon. So stoked to be paid to talk about crypto. Congratulations, Ronan. That's huge. INU92 was going on and said, now when Samsung has released a crypto wallet, do we think Google, Apple, and Huawei will release a competitor to the Samsung crypto wallet? Of course.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can't sit on their hands on that one.
No, yeah. No matter whatever crypto product is going to be made by any of those type of companies like that, including Facebook's and all those, you can almost guarantee everyone's going to come. I mean, at this point, it just doesn't make sense not to, unless there's some type of patent or non-compete clauses or whatever.
Yeah.
Literally, we're going to see copycats. And here's the crazy thing. As soon as we see those, we're going to see them overseas and vice versa. There's some things in the crypto community overseas they already have up and running. You're going to see American companies start to literally, as much as we complain about all these companies copying us, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at some of these companies, especially, talking about South Korea, Hong Kong, some of these places that's been on crypto for a while. Once those floodgates open here, people are going to just grab those ideals and just replicate it here. So
yeah, you already know it's coming.
Of course.
Yep.
Ronan said, aren't most states almost broke? They are. So it's crazy how this works. What's going on, Mike Bitcoin Outlaw?
Get used to that new time.
What's going on, Evan? Evan said driving, but what's up? Shout out to Evan and everyone who's listening. Again, we got this microphone cord back. The podcasts are coming back to you. Again, we had to slow it down on that. What's going on, Edwin IT? Says, super late. I got detention. I'm assuming you're a teacher, Edwin. You're not in detention.
Right,
no, I'm messing with you. I know.
It's all good.
China wants to ban Bitcoin mining. Again, we've said this times and times again. We are back.
Matter of fact, let's give them a hand for bringing back 2016.
We are in 2016.
Let's bring it back 2016.
I think, honestly, if we were to drop the price by, April? Yeah, I mean, it's almost at the same price.
Just take a zero off. It's literally
it's about 1,000, 2,000 less. But yeah, I was thinking about zero at first.
Yeah.
No, you're right. This
was
2016. Yeah, take a zero.
It's literally like.
All right, what's China go? What's going on with China right now? We just had the Bitcoin rankings.
They are big in numerology too.
This is the year 2016 again.
All over again.
The price was $500. China was banning Bitcoin. People were going crazy trying to sell, and it was around April.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Right back again 3 years later.
And before you get started on China, quick aside. This is when I got into crypto, people, and this is when Bitcoin Zay was like, China do it all the time, don't worry.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 years later, they're doing it again.
That's what I said. If people that's going to be new in the next few months, if we do kind of take off, the first thing they're going to say is, why is China banning it? Why can't think about it, man? Just ignore it.
It literally happened a zero ago, 3 years ago. Wow, it's amazing. But why is China planning to ban Bitcoin this time? What's going on?
Well, they are a state-owned country. They own everything. So if they're banning it, they're making it so that the state has to run it. And in my opinion, they're going to make it so that if you want to be involved, the only way to be involved with crypto and to really stay completely anonymous is to mine it and then put it in your wallet and then not use it. Because that way there is no tracking of you sending it anywhere. There is no the actual IP address that you use. You can change all that. So the only way you usually get caught is purchasing it through an exchange or from a person who keeps a receipt and then records it on their taxes or whatnot. So what I think they're trying to do is to get rid of as much anonymity as possible. Make it so that you have to buy it from an exchange and put a premium on it so they can make their money. Because if everybody's encouraged to mine, which, in Bitcoin everybody sort of is, or in altcoins in general, that keeps it decentralized and that keeps more people anonymous because you can't find all the miners. You can find everybody on these exchanges, though. So I think that's why China's doing it. However, them banning it completely is sort of just news headline worthy.
Right.
Not really gonna happen because you can't stop everybody.
Right.
You just can't. So they may have some laws that come in, but we'll wait to see exactly what they are.
And again, we've seen this literally time after time again. I mean, the only thing they've added differently besides the whole banning of it is their list of ranking cryptocurrencies where they continuously rank Bitcoin with 13, 14, 15.
EOS #1.
Right. So it is crazy that China is literally doing this again. I mean, again. And I expect to see that once Bitcoin hits 50,000, I expect we're going to be like, hey, it was just another zero ago they were talking about banning it. So this will never stop. Yeah, Sergeant Crypto saying they're trying to influence the prices, of course. The ban hammer will never stop from China. But at least I give them props for their consistency. They are like, listen, we would never
relinquish this
right,
power.
exactly. Thank you for the word. They're like, we are nope, this is what we're doing.
And JPM coin is technically a government coin because they, that's how they work.
Right.
So China, since they don't have all that middleman private company stuff, it's just going to be China's coin. I think that's coming in about the same time period it took for them to build JPM, about 2 years.
They should just call it China coin too.
Yeah, just straight China coin.
Oh my goodness.
But,
Sergeant Crypto says open source. How could it be non-compete? No, I was speaking in regards to a competitor doing it, which you can't have non-competes for a competitor doing anything else in that same industry. So that was specifically for that one. What's going on, Andre Durden?
What's going on?
Ronan Bushido Sal said, did we hear anything about Bitcoin transaction being sent via radio wave for the first time?
Yep.
We talked about that, I think.
We discussed a couple of them. Through radio waves, to satellite, using Blockstream, also using mesh networks. So yeah, there's been a few that were offline transactions. Those type of transactions, like near field communication and all that, those are going to be the transactions that crypto enthusiasts move towards in the future. But it is going to take some time to get it right because most of the people that did it, they are super technical and there's no way regular people can just do it. They can barely scan QR codes right now. Some people. So
let's give another 10 years for that one. See what happens. The good news is the tech is people. It is moving extremely fast.
Very fast.
I was just hearing a talk earlier about Airbnb and Uber and how basically how they have the app technology that didn't come till later. You know, at first it was about answering phone calls, writing records and books. And I mean, literally, you see where they're at now with the apps. I mean, they haven't been around that long.
Yeah.
How long has Uber been around, right?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 years maybe.
True.
So, again, I expect to see that same thing here when we talk about this technology. Hopefully, it'll increase just as fast.
True.
All right, bringing it back to Quadriga CX. There's been more going on. Canadian crypto exchange Quadriga CX, that is right, the $150 to $190 million missing in funds exchange has officially been declared bankrupt.
Oh, yeah.
That is right. If you remember, who was in there? Ernst & Young came in to do their audit. Ernst & Young basically took the remaining funds, saying this doesn't cover our costs. And then they say, you know what, you all can't pay us. Let's just sell this thing off and take what's left. And it looks like they are moving in that direction.
Oh, yeah.
Ernst & Young's legal team argued that the ongoing restructuring process for Quadriga CX under the company's Creditors Arrangement Act, CCAA, should shift to an alternative process under the Bankruptcy and Insolvency Act, BIA. Again, just from reading about cryptocurrency news, I have seen more acronyms than I ever had in my life, right? It is crazy. But tell us more about this case. They're going to bankruptcy. They're claiming they're insolvent. Why are they doing this, and what's the next move, I guess?
Well, it looks like today he is granted a so-called asset preservation order, which extends to all the assets held by Jennifer Robertson, who's the wife, and the order prohibits her from selling, removing, or transferring any assets. So basically, she got nothing. I mean, if somebody handed you crypto and says, yeah, here's $1 million in crypto, but you can't sell it, move it, or use it, you basically just have a flash drive in your hand. So that's basically what they told her. It says, yeah, they're yours, but you can't use it because you're bankrupt, and they still have to figure it out. Ernst & Young, I'm sure they got their cut up front, so that's why they were on the case so quick and fast. Like, yeah, we're on the case. And I'm not sure what's going to happen with Jesse Powell. They were sort of a part of it with Kraken. They were trying to help with the investigation. So, at this point, if they're bankrupt, I don't know legally what happens from this point. But I do know a few people got paid from it, and whatever happens to Quadriga CX doesn't matter. Like, it's just going to go away. So, very interesting case, and sort of a glum way to end for this saga, because we've done about 5 or 6 stories. I was hoping there's more fireworks.
I don't know if it's over yet. Let's see.
It's not. Yeah,
2 years from now, that 100 million get found somewhere.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Because Mount Gox is still going, people. So, I thought that would be over years ago. So this will definitely develop more. But so far, this looks like a good stopping point for Quadriga CX until more comes out.
That would be crazy. Literally, like a year from now, 6 months, 3 months. It's just like somebody just made $152 million like in one transaction. People don't know no better.
Exactly.
And it's just like everyone just like this must be. It's only one.
This must be the one.
Right. This is only one fund that's been missing in the last year or whatever.
Unless Vinnick just got out of jail.
Hilarious. And with that, I don't even think I had. Pardon me. I didn't have the article cam on for you all, but you can see this, and it looks like a comment. Just saw a really good comment. Who was it? Oh, Antonio said the cartoon Bitcoin and Friends on YouTube. Have you seen that?
Haven't watched it yet. I saw somebody retweet it, but yeah, I'm gonna check it out today.
Bitcoin and Friends. I have not seen that.
Right
but
here it is. Right
that is getting loaded up right now. You can bet yourself on that.
Oh yeah, and they have private screenings and all that, personalized characters, different episodes.
Oh wow. Okay, we're gonna jump to that last as a wrap up. But before we do, let's go ahead and talk about Opera. They released a new browser with built-in crypto wallet and a Web 3.0 Explorer. Oh, yeah. Whatever that means for people who don't know, I'm sure Bitcoin's about to tell us.
Oh yeah. Well, Web 3, it allows you to conduct transactions and interact with blockchain-based internet. So 2.0 is what we have now. 3.0 is just blockchain-based. The only difference, usually is that there is more secure. They make you use a VPN on Opera, and it's decentralized. So it's not on one single server. Everybody who runs the software has access to it. So Opera Wallet, in my opinion, isn't as big as it should be. However, if you have a built-in crypto wallet, you don't have people worrying about downloading a wallet, putting it on their phone, or downloading it, putting it on their desktop. They can simply, if they have it in their browser and they want to make a payment, those payments can be made instantly, and I'm sure they'll have a way for those crypto payments to be turned to fiat at some point. So very good from Opera. I think Opera, all of these I think every new browser that comes out is going to have this in their browser going forward. It's you just simply can't go forward. And since we're talking about browsers that have plugins, Lolly, Lolli. If you look up Lolly, it's on a Google Chrome right now, but in your browser, whenever you purchase anything from hundreds of stores, they actually give you free crypto. So for those of you looking to earn crypto, they have hundreds.
LOLLI.com. Lolly, like a lollipop.
Yep. So going along with web browser plugins, anytime you shop, you get free Bitcoin. So it's a bunch of stores on there: Priceline, Gap, Macy's, Best Buy, CVS, Old Navy. Anytime you buy anything, if you're going to buy it anyway, they give you free Bitcoin for getting it. Sort of like a rewards card, except in Bitcoin. So these plugins are starting to become very popular in the browsers, and you'll almost expect every browser to have some sort of crypto wallet plugin.
These are a lot of brands. 500 top brands. Walmart, Priceline, Hotwire. Wow.
Barnes and Noble, everything.
Finish Line, Best Buy, Old Navy, CBS. Oh, you're going to get these Bitcoin rewards.
And see, I could tell a few people that if you saw the Barnes and Noble news where they said they're about to start serving drinks in Barnes and Noble and they're about to have like more of a chill out area. Hey, man, order you a book, get some Bitcoin back for it. Go to the Barnes and Noble to go pick it up and then sit there and fake read for a few hours and try to impress somebody while you drink. It's a good time, man. It's a lot of good stuff you can do in crypto. So.
Right.
It all starts, like we said, with Opera, Brave, or Opera browsers being able to be interoperable with crypto wallets. Samsung has their wallet. Everything's going to have a crypto wallet attached, and it'll have certain security standards that I think will work out long term.
All right, so a few things. First, Crypto and Culture said if all browsers are going to have a wallet, what does that mean for Brave?
Brave has a wallet.
Well, that's what they're saying. All browsers are going to have it. It's going to be competition.
Well, it's competition, but the thing Brave has ahead of it is the BAT token, the ability to block ads, the ability to use it. It's what you use it for. Because if you just have a wallet there, people are like, well, it's there. But if you have a wallet there that actually actively helps you pay for ads, or you can choose, that's where that competition comes in.
So Brave does have like different things going on with his browser. But I mean, when you really think about it, even if all browsers work, you know, let's say let's say Chrome does an option for the payment and all that like Brave. I think it would be popular because, again, you talk about competition, market share, and all that. People really aren't switching browsers like that. I mean, well, we got 4 browsers out there that most people use. Really, the majority use maybe 2. But regardless, it's one of those things where even if the likes of Google, Firefox, or some of these other browsers, what's the Internet Explorer, some of them got the same things as Brave.
Safari.
I think that Brave would still do fine because people will recognize the difference. They would say, well, I'm sure Safari and the Chrome one has some type of backdoor to it, but I know this Brave one, this is what they pride themselves on. That's just my initial thoughts, but we'll see.
They're going to get that ad money.
You're funny.
Let's see. That money, Jake.
Okay, Edwin IT also asks, any reputable blockchain courses for complete noobs that you can recommend?
Let's see. Blockchain courses that I've seen are on Udemy. I forget the exact name, but if you go to Udemy, if you go to udemy.com, if you type in blockchain courses, the guy's name, and it's escaping me right now, but the only blockchain course I've sort of took on there was before I took the C4 test. And for Python, coding Python
with blockchain. That's what they're asking about, Ethereum and Python.
And his name is going away from me. But type in Python blockchain. It's the first one on the list. He has 40,000 students. Great guy. And you know, long term, that's a good thing to learn because that's where we're headed. So
okay, nice. Edwin IT said I already have Ivan, Udemy, and Coursera. There you go.
Ivan, yeah.
Ivan on Tech, I can't. Alec put us on Ivan on Tech, one of our moderators. Ivan's really good as well. But the only other thing I would say as well, of course, is make sure you have all the. I guess this is crazy. It's gonna be like the prerequisite courses for blockchain stuff. It's gonna be like, have you read these Bitcoin books? Do you understand this part of the market?
Yeah,
and all that good stuff. But Edwin, once you do get that up and running, you start taking whatever courses. Let us know so we can share it with the rest the Warriors, because I'm sure there's other people watching. I know I would take them as well because I want to learn Python. That's like on my to-do list for the next 12 to 16 months. So if you start to find a good program, also I would appreciate if you let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Edwin IT said, Ivan, is it from Noobs? That's why I can only watch him kind of I tap dance in and out right now because I'm still learning a lot of this stuff. But, yep, Antonio said, Ivan teaches you from scratch. So, like I said, people, I'm on the same training as you. I spoke to somebody earlier today. I can't remember, it was like somebody working at the spot I want to go find some food at, whatever. But they were saying the same thing. They were like, man, this internet stuff and technology is getting even crazier. I'm like, people are still saying that for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, we are still at the beginning, and
And Moore's Law is still in effect.
Right? And I'm not getting left behind on this one. All right, and last but not least, here's the Bitcoin and Friends. Antonio said it's too lit, so I'm definitely checking it out. A couple other people said it's pretty funny. But Bitcoin and Friends, 6 episodes out. Oh, I'm definitely going to watch this. Roger's Choice, I can only imagine. On my way to Oh, so these are, okay, here's the full episode. Oh, wow, it's a 22-minute show. And the close is out. Let's do it On My Way to LA. And as this starts to play, for the free cryptic coin, what are we doing today?
Oh, yeah. So for our free cryptic coin, we saw that China is banning crypto mining. Do you think it's good because it will force people to buy it? Do you think it's bad? Let us know what you think. Put that cryptic coin address, and we'll send those free coins to you.
There we go. And shout out to Malik. Malik said he's taking a Python on Udemy. Got busy, but halfway through. Nice. Good stuff. I'm actually retaking a Java one I had done, but I got busy. I'm halfway through it too.
True.
All right, 49 seconds.
And I'm on my way to Los Angeles to finish the first season of Bitcoin Friends. Now that I'm a star of a big show, I'm hoping to rub shoulders with Johnny Depp or somebody.
Who made this?
I've got an apartment lined up too. There's a nice inspiring vegan model named Anya.
Vegan model named Anya. That is so LA.
So I can see a fan mail now. I don't know much about it, but you put this paper in a box and it gets teleported to another box or something. I guess it's sort of like email, but
some of my regular mail is terrible.
Yeah. Box 40269, Long Beach, California.
Hilarious. It's like email, but a lot slower.
Send me a fan letter. It's gonna get signed news.
Oh, we're definitely checking this out.
Yeah,
I'm watching
this.
this.
Check that out.
He said it's like email, but slower. I don't know why anybody would do it. All right, there we go. Other than that, last but not least, Antonio said if you want Java for free, check out Free Code Camp. I think that's who I actually used as well, was the Code Camp one for my JavaScript courses. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, as always, folks, thanks for watching. Have a happy Tuesday. Make sure you smash that like and share and that subscribe button if you enjoy this. Bitcoins, eh?
Oh yeah, that's all for me, people.
All right, cheers. Hey.